Jonathan, in my hand is this indictment. It runs 73 pages, and it's very, very, very detailed. Our legal analyst, Harry Mannion, believes that the reason this indictment is set up this way and goes to the extreme, some might argue, of launching second-degree murder and racketeering charges, both against co-founder Barry Cadden and also his supervising pharmacist Glenn Chin, is because they're trying to force a plea deal here. He believes that will be the end result, that this case will likely not go to trial and will probably be pled out in some form or fashion. It also includes a lot of information that leads you to believe that the government has at least one cooperating witness on the inside, and likely more. I mean, there are details about phone conversations, about emails, and those types of things that they probably could not have come from anywhere else. The mammoth indictment against 14 NECC workers makes it pretty clear that prosecutors have a cooperating insider, as it details the production of tainted steroids in dirty labs sent out untested with phony expiration dates to unsuspecting patients.
It was cavalier, callous, awful. And there's no question, and they're out of business and they're bankrupt and they're going to jail.
I respectfully decline to answer on the basis of my constitutional rights and privileges, including the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution.
That was company co-founder Barry Cadden taking the fifth 2 years ago as Congress tried to figure out how a small compounding pharmacy licensed to make only specific medications for individual patients turned into a Goliath steroid manufacturer skirting virtually all oversight. But Cadden and supervising pharmacist Glenn Chin are charged with racketeering and second-degree murder, and legal analyst Harry Mannion doubts those will stick.
I think it's going to be a stretch to try to prove that these pharmacists damn well knew that when they let these tainted steroids out, it was going to cause some grievous bodily harm.
The indictment details how NECC made up patient names for thousands of outgoing vials. Things like Big Baby Jesus, Wonder Woman, Michael Jackson, and Diana Ross. And when NECC customers balked, Cadden fired off this email to staffers directing, "All names must resemble real names, no obviously false names." The indictment also tracks millions of dollars moved around by company execs as the feds locked in.
I'm going to have to think that part of the thought process here was to put such fear into these 14 defendants that they'll all plea out.
The indictment here describes a conversation between company co-founders Cadden and Canigliaro, during which they discussed basically swiping a patient list from the representative at a local hospital here to take those names and use them on vials of steroids. And the indictment quotes Cadden as saying during that conversation, "Unless she is dumb, she will smell a skunk." Live at federal court tonight, Ken MacLeod, WBZ News.